of Northern College, it's really exciting to launch our new strategic plan. And I'd like to have the committee bring this forward. So my role here is to say over to you, Susan.
Thank you, Audrey. Mr. Chair, President Penner, fellow board members and guests, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you. The plan and metrics documents before you for approval are the result of the work of many, some of whom are in the virtual room with us here. 6 months ago, we began on an awesome journey together, bringing the board, employees, students, alumni, Indigenous rights holders and workplaces, partners and industry leaders to the virtual table for a formidable challenge to determine the direction of this small and mighty college. Because of the belief you had in us as a board and as a president, you made us leaders. The members of the Strategic Planning Committee, 15 in all, were entrusted with examining the input of nearly 900 respondents to our survey. While there were moments of trepidation, we found our way and together, collaboratively, created the directions and objectives, actions recommended, and metrics before you today. To say this was an honor and a privilege to work on and help lead would be an understatement. As you will hear shortly, the dedication of the employees of this college has renewed my faith in the meaning and purpose of the very reason we are here: to serve, support, learn with, and guide the students who seek to change their lives for the better, and the workplaces, families, and communities positively impacted by someone transformed in confidence, skills, knowledge, and hope through an education with Northern College. All told, there are nearly 100 years of service in the employees presenting today, nearly a century of hours, days, and moments being there to make a difference in the lives of someone who depends on them, or working behind the scenes to support those that do. The strategic plan, it is true, is an excellent one, but it is the people behind the programs, projects, proposals, and partners that really make it sing. As you have already had PowerPoints and presentations before you, today we introduce the people behind the plan, those who lived and breathed it in the months leading up to this meeting. Janelle, Willard, Joe, Shanna, Anna, and Aaron, 6 dedicated and inspired employees and leaders with Northern College, will be speaking about their experience with the process, a little about themselves, and what resonates most in the strategic directions we are presenting for approval. To get us started is Janelle Berthiaume with Employment Options Emploi, representing off-site locations and services. Janelle?
Thank you, Susan. So hi, everyone. My name is Janelle Berthiaume, and I'm the Employment Services Coordinator at Employment Options Emploi in Timmins. I've been with the college for just about 4 years, and I do work off campus. I'm very fortunate for the inclusion of employment options in the strategic planning process and to be representing employment options in Northern Training Division. Having the opportunity to provide input and listen to different perspectives has really reinforced that we all have a common objective, regardless of which department or campus we work for, offsite or onsite. We have come together to establish mutual goals and values for Northern College as a whole, while still representing our different communities, programs, and services. Seeing this process through has provided great insight and pride in being a Northern College employee. I appreciate having had the opportunity to participate in the important discussions that were had the last few months, and I'm very excited for the college's future direction while we continue to be an important part in our Northern communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Janelle. Representing Indigenous education and empowerment, our first strategic direction are Willard Small of Moosonee and Joe Nakogee, located in Timmins. Willard?
Good morning, Audrey J. My name is Willard Small. I'm the Indigenous Student Advisor at the Moosonee campus, Northern College. I've been with Northern College for 26 years. I'm glad to have had the opportunity to be a part of this process, an opportunity to share, to provide insight, to provide feedback. It was a good experience. We inspired to be the college of choice for Indigenous learners. One thing that certainly stands out for me is that accessible education, especially for remote communities. Our partners, our students, our communities depend on that. And for me, this is certainly something that we must maintain as we aspire to be the college of choice for Indigenous learners. And when I see student success or community success, you can't help feel the same way that, that we have achieved success through our partners. And it certainly is rewarding to be a part of that. We all own this document, and it does not specifically belong to any specific group of people of employees. We all own it. And I look forward to working with our college staff, colleagues at all campuses as we work towards achieving the direction set out in the Indigenous education and empowerment in the strategic plan. I enjoyed the experience. We had a great diverse group of people, individuals who brought plenty of insight into the table for discussion, and it was great experience. So now I wanted to pass it over to our colleague, Joe Nakogee at the Timmins campus, the Indigenous Student Advisor.
Hello, Wache, Ane, Bonjour, Kwekwe, Bonjour, hello all. That's what I usually say to my students, our students. I'm from Moose Cree First Nation. Been with Northern College now for 14 years. I graduated in Northern College in 2003. Northern College for me has impacted my life. I've always been with Northern College since I was a high school student. I was a summer student for 2 years. I did some programs in the 90s as in my 20s, and did forest fire training. I did anatomy, physiology. Northern College has always been there in the James Bay coast, and I see the impacts education has done for our people up in the James Bay area. I got hired in 2006, working with De Beers. Did some training for about 4 years. Made a lot of friends in Fort Albany, Cache, Albany, Arobscat, Muslim, and a lot of people that they still come to me today, and I made a lot of friends throughout that process, and I'm just glad that I was a part of that. After all that training was done, I transferred to Timmins, and I brought some of that knowledge to the Waban Tribal Council areas of this area. So I brought some of that learning from teachings from up north, and I learned a lot here as well. It was great to be part of the strategic planning, and I brought those two, they seem like two different lives, two totally different, that transition that a lot of our students go through. Still go through that today with the two cultures that meet, and it's good that this strategic plan comes together, and hopefully it keeps going that way. We are a small college. I'm glad that this strategic plan will bring all that together. Other than that, I just wanted to say I'm glad to be a Northern College staff member, graduate, and I'm very appreciative, very blessed to be a part of, to be put here by God, our Creator, and that's one of the things that I learned out here is our culture, and that's a part of Northern College's mandate. It's our vision to, include Indigenous voice into our programs.
Thank you, Willard and Joseph. Next up is Shanna Lecuyer, speaking to innovative approaches to access, our second strategic direction, as well as the impact of student representation on the strategic planning committee. Shanna?
Thank you, Susan. So my name is Shanna Lecuyer, and I'm a student life advisor and accessibility advisor, as well as an advisor to our student council at our Timmins campus. I've been with Northern College for 15 years. Student success and the student voice is very important. After all, students and their education is why we're here. The Strategic Planning Committee is proud to say that a student representative, Emelina Tickner, former Northern College Student Association president from our Haileybury campus, was able to participate in the process. Since I work closely with students in the Advising and Accessibility Services Department, the strategic direction of innovative approaches to access is one that I am particularly passionate about. I've had the opportunity to hear many students' personal stories over my time with the college. It's important to note that access can mean many different things. For example, access to supports and services by way of student success initiatives and accommodations for students with learning differences. It can also mean access to education. For example, access for our learners at our remote locations, students with children, students who have financial issues and need to work while attending post-secondary and still maintain a flexible academic schedule. Access to programming that is current and meets the needs of the current economy, and access to information and updates through effective communication to staff, students, and the community. This strategic direction takes all of these into consideration. Being part of this strategic planning committee, where there was faculty, support staff, administration, and student representation, was heartwarming as we all worked towards a common goal. The group worked together to ensure the strategic plan was one that we all felt connected to and represents what Northern College stands for and aims to be moving forward. I'm grateful to be a part of this committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanna. We also have Anna Sawicki, a graduate of our Kirkland Lake campus of Northern College, and also an outdoor enthusiast and contributor to the plan in many landscape photos as well, coming to us from the Haileybury campus to speak to us about the Invigorating Northern Experience, our third and final strategic direction. Anna?
As Susan said, my name is Anna Sawicki. I am a 3 times graduate of Northern College in Kirkland Lake. I graduated from social service worker, computer engineering science, and graphic designs. During and after my studies, I taught computer night courses at Northern College in Kirkland Lake for several years. And today I am on my 3rd year working in the IT department in Haileybury full-time. Northern College really needs to stake the claim on my successes. Many instructors and other staff of Northern College gave me the empowerment I required to succeed. Which brings me to my favorite area of the Strategic Planning Committee. Being an outdoor enthusiast in all seasons, I am very passionate about the third direction, Invigorating Northern Experience. All of our campuses have a huge playground surrounding us, and anyone who loves the outdoors will love Northern College. Not only can you take your skidoo to school, you can go skating on breaks, throw a line in and catch your lunch on the frozen lakes, swim at the local beach, in summer of course, or just take a hike around the beautiful campuses to take in the fresh air. All of my outings generally include snapshots of our beautiful area. The committee has even used some of my photos in the plan we present in front of you today. I am very honored to be a part of the committee, as well as part of the difference and the history it creates. I tell you though, when I was first presented this project, it was so overwhelming, I thought, no way, I can't even wrap my brain around this. But we had a fantastic leader and a great group of people. It didn't take long to make sense of things and end up right where we are here today. There's just something magical about Northern Ontario and Northern College, and I am proud to be a part of it.
Thank you, Anna. Last up is Aaron Klooster, who joined the college in 2005 and previous representative to the board, about his experience with strategic plans over the past 15 years. Aaron?
My name is Aaron Klooster. I'm currently the Dean of Technology, Trades, and Apprenticeship at Northern College. By my count, going back through the history, this is the 7th iteration of the strategic plan for Northern College that I find myself working under. And I find through the years, as time's gone on, I've become more familiar with the strategic plan and even taking some PD courses on how to get involved in that. This is the first iteration of the plan that I've actually been involved with from ground up and actually giving feedback and sitting on the committee. I can tell you it's certainly quite a bit different than I think what we would normally expect strat plans for colleges to look like in terms of getting to where we are today. And I think the board should really be commended for taking a bit of a leap of faith here in this one and allowing this process to unfold the way it unfolded. As Anna mentioned, we had some great leadership with Susan and Paul helping us through this process and getting us to today. But I really think that what we've produced here is something that really encapsulates in a very, very organic sense what it means to be part of Northern College. And I think that's reflected today in the people you've heard from so far. And I think if you read through the strat plan and you see the directions we came up with, you'll see that this is a grassroots sort of document. This is something that is really representative or a good cross-section of Northern College as a whole. And I was very proud to be a part of this. And I think it's really given me a sense of just how special this place is. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this.
Thank you, Aaron. As you've heard, I've encouraged the members of the Strategic Planning Committee to speak from the heart during their presentations today because they, along with those working to build up our college and the region, have a lot of heart. We've seen this in the giving and support of the organization that has extended out to many of the many vulnerable members of our society over this past year of the global pandemic. Our world has changed, but something fundamental in us has not. Our ability and drive to be there for others at a time when so many need us even more. Thank you to all of our presenters, as well as to the rest of the Strategic Planning Committee, those both in attendance and those who can't be here today. Thank you as well to NCICE, who inspired the title of the plan, Exceeding Expectations, with their addition of an institutional commitment that called us to go beyond the minimum requirements for what we do and reach further to make all the difference. Although this plan was conceived of and mapped out in a COVID world, it provided deep connection that we will continue to create. In an uncertain world, coming together with the dedication and good intention we saw from all involved, there is great promise for Northern College and the Northern Ontario region we are a part of. We look forward to activating this plan together, measuring it, and making it real for everyone. Most importantly, the learners, both here and those who have not yet discovered us. Just as there is a shift in the world around us, there is also a shift occurring within the college, one that sees the voices of our employees and students as increasingly valuable to the solving of the challenges we face. We celebrate this new day and new way of being and are grateful to Audrey Penner for seeing the value in what we bring and encouraging us to indeed exceed expectations. Audrey?
Thank you so much, everyone. I have to say, hearing this today, it's just given me goosebumps. And this is exactly what I had hoped for in this process, that we're all engaged in it. By engaging people, we empower them, and we're using the word empowerment a lot, and it's more than a word. It's going to be a way of life for us here at Northern College. So thank you all for your hard work, your dedication. And more than that, thank you for your genuine expression of love for this institution. I thank you for that. Susan, your leadership's been fantastic. And even though Paul Toffanel is not with us, thank you for his expertise on the consultation process. But it's a job well done. And now we bring it to life.
Thank you again, Audrey. And thanks everyone for being here. It's an exciting future for all of us. And we appreciate you listening for these presentations and for going forward in the future. Thanks again.